I decided to become a fellow because the Balfour project recognises Britain's colonial history head-on. I think this is quite unique to actually recognise our wrongdoings of the past and in turn look towards resolutions for the conflict.
I decided to join this fellowship because it would allow me to work with people from a really diverse array of backgrounds and actually do something that would work towards resolving the conflict.
I wanted to supplement the academic knowledge I had of the Arab-Israeli conflict with practical skills in public speaking, knowledge of European policy and international law, and social media skills as well, and networking, which is what I learnt through the fellowship and through meeting other fellows and working on projects together.
As a Palestinian, I wanted to get an idea of the different experiences that people have with regards to talking about the Israel-Palestine conflict, looking at the different debates that go on politically in society.
I joined the Balfour Project Fellowship because as a Catholic growing up in Northern Ireland, I feel a strong resonance with the people of Palestine. I learn about it a lot in school and through my community. I walk out of my house and I see Palestinian flags and I see murals supporting Palestine. And then I walk to the other community and I see flags supporting Israel and I see pro-Israel murals. And that really encouraged me to think critically about the region. And then learning about the history of it in school and learning the impact that Britain had, not only in my own country, but also in Israel and Palestine, really encouraged me to join a project like the Balfour Project, to then be encouraging other people to be understanding the issues or be understanding the responsibility that Britain has in the region as well.
What I've really liked about the fellowship is meeting people with more diverse backgrounds and experiences than me, and specifically meeting and hearing from the perspective of Palestinian people who don't have the same introduction to the conflict as me, who for them it's more of a present day reality that they're still trying to grapple and understand. So what I've enjoyed is broadening my understanding by hearing from people who have a different historical awareness of what's going on.
I think there are two things that I've loved the most about this fellowship. I've really loved getting to know all of the people on the project. It's so nice to kind of have an opportunity to talk about the things that I'm really interested in with other like-minded people, but also people from sort of all over the world who bring lots of different perspectives to the work that we're doing.
Yeah, so the thing I liked the most about the fellowship was the fellows. I've absolutely loved being able to meet like-minded people, but also others who share different opinions, and to work with them and collaborate has been a really worthwhile experience for me. I've also really enjoyed the workshops that we had in the first half of the fellowship. I felt like I learned a lot through from international relations to more legal aspects in relation to Israel and Palestine, things that I had never touched on in my studies, and so for that I'm really grateful.
I mean, what was most interesting, I think, for me was with the international legal perspectives on the conflict, because it's so easy to have a wishy-washy human rights debate without actually getting down to the crux of the real issues of territorial sovereignty, of international treaties, of international law, and etc. So yeah, I think for me it's been really interesting learning much more about the role of the international community in the conflict.
And I come to realize how within the group we have different perspectives, people from the Jewish, my friends, my fellows from the Jewish community, from Palestinian community, Christian fellows who contribute different contributions to the project. And me myself also coming from an outside of the UK, giving a different perspective.
Sometimes the picture is more complicated than you might make it up to be. And what I really valued was to connect with people who were Israeli, who were Jewish, and who I might not have connected with.
I think what I've learned most about the fellowship is to not sort of scurry around the difficult issues, especially in contexts where I am faced with a lot of opposing views, coming from such an introspective community. In Northern Ireland, I was never really faced with any opposing views, but now I have things that I would maybe disagree with someone on that I'm talking to during one of our meetings in the Balfour project, and learning to articulate my views and also to respond to other people's views has been something that's just completely invaluable.
And I guess I've valued the fact that, you know, there are different experiences out there, and yes, people may have different political views, different ideas, different ideologies, but everybody in the end is coming together to try to find a solution to this Israeli-Palestine conflict.